Hey everyone! Welcome back! I am back today because it's Den-O Day! Not only is it Den-O Day, you guys, it is Den-O Movie Day. I am so excited to bring you this Den-O movie today. I have just finished watching episode 27. Everything I found online said watch the movie between 27 and 28. So, and after seeing 27, I can see, like, I was getting worried about, like, episode 25 and 26. I was like, oh my god, I really feel like I'm supposed to watch the movie right now. But then after seeing 27, I can see how that one, like, perfectly segues into the movie. It's just really unusual that, like, they would have a movie that's so essential to the plot on the show. It's not something that you see as much with Kamen Rider movies anymore, but here we are. At least I have the benefit of, like, you know, yesterday I watched 27, today I can go see the movie, you know, I can watch it on my computer, whereas, like, you know, as is always the disadvantage when you're watching something in real time, you don't have, like, the binge benefit of, like, this having been out for 13 years, so, I'm grateful that I have the ability to binge watch. So we set up the movie in the last few episodes of the show. So basically there's this bad guy, Gao, and the Denliner has been hijacked, and this guy is trying to get, like, the God train, the train that controls all time, and you know, we know that, like, future Yuto and Deneb have collected a bunch of, like, different versions of Ryotaro. And so we're pretty much, like, all set up now. We're all set up to go. When I'm done with this, the next thing I'll be watching is episode 28. And that will, I imagine, resolve the, you know, we had kind of gotten into, like, there was somewhat of a, like, plot about the contract holders and everything in, like, the last episode. I imagine we'll wrap that all up in 28, whereas the movie will focus on, like, Gao and everything. So, yeah, so I have that background info, and, you know, that's more than I usually have going into a movie, or, like, anything that I haven't seen before. So I'm very curious to see what happens. I think it's going to be great. I think it's going to be a fun time. I always have fun with Den-O. I do have, this is very, very rare for me. I usually do not have, like, any food or drink while I'm watching, but I did decide to have, like, a little drink with me today, and I'm very worried because Den-O is very, very funny. And so I'm going to really try not to sip when something funny seems to be coming. Just better not be any, like, surprise, like, funny motions or sayings or anything. I'm looking at you, Momotaros, because he's usually the one that gets me. Although the whole show is just really fun. So, alright, I am ready to get started. Are you all ready at home with your popcorn and all your movie stuff? Alright, then let's go. Den-O movie. Let's do this. Oh my god! That was so good. Oh wow. Wow. Okay, so I did not expect to be in tears at the end of that movie. I gotta admit, that was really, really, really sweet. I loved it. Alright, so, let me compose myself here and we'll talk. I loved it. So, we didn't really know, like, I like how instead of making the whole movie about Gao, we kind of made it about Ryotaro and his past, because I was going in expecting this to be, like, a story about this new villain, and we'd kind of focus on him and what his motivations were, and, like, everyone would kind of learn something along the way, but no, it was, like, straight up, like, all about Ryotaro and his past and his family and everything. Little Ryotaro, Kotaro, and baby Ryotaro, oh, and tiny Irie, and then, oh god, at the end with the picture, because you could tell it was, like, drawn just as he had seen them from the Denliner that night. Oh Oh my God, that was so sweet. I'm glad we got to know more about like his family. They had never said anything about like what happened to their parents, or, you know, we know now he lived with his grandma for a little while. Will we ever get to see the grandma? Probably not. Also, we got to see Sieg again. Oh my God. So remember how I was like, I hope we get to see him again. This was great. I mean, we truly had like, it was like just like a melee of like awesome Den-O moments, because we had all 4 of them at once. We had Sieg back. We had, I think, you know, we even had like a little bit, exploring a little bit more of like Momotaros and how he feels about Ryotaro. Like he seemed like genuinely kind of sad when Ryotaro didn't remember him. I guess it was just like trauma-induced amnesia. Like we weren't going to get more into it past that. Ryotaro learned a lot by like talking with his younger self, and it's nice now that he can kind of carry on that memory of his mom and dad a little bit more. It seems like they have like a little thing about like repressing memories in their family, don't they? So like Gao himself was just basically there just to kind of like drive it along, which is fine with me, because I would prefer having a movie that was all about the characters we already know, as opposed to like, you know, making it about like some new villain we just introduced and we're gonna like go into his backstory and his motivation. So no, he was just like a really bad dude. He was a bad dude that liked fruit, and he's gone now. So I'm satisfied with that. I don't know about you. I'm trying to think. We had so many good funny moments, so many good cute moments. I really loved it for like fleshing out the whole story of like their past. So I'm excited to see how this is gonna like impact the show going forward. We wrapped up the jewel thief story, so like I thought, like we literally came in, I mean you guys were not kidding, because we literally came in from like the events of episode 27. Like they were wearing the same clothes. We left right off. We picked up right where we left off. I thought they kind of set it up. We kind of go do a separate thing, and then we come back to kind of like the show. But boy, it's a good thing I saw this movie, because it really was essential. So I loved it. It was so much fun, and it was a lot more heartwarming than I thought it would be. I knew it was going to be great fun. But you know, the whole thing with Ryotaro's family, and just even like time being just people's memories. You know, everything in the past is everything as we remember it. It's really impactful when you think about it. It's very sweet. So, oh my God, guys, I loved it. I loved it. Everyone got a little spotlight. Hana was awesome. Momotaros was funny. We didn't see as much of the other Imagin, but like when we saw them, they all like had their moment, you know, like their special henshin moment. 2 baby Ryotaros, I mean, you can't beat that. Come on. The God Train was pretty cool. I like the concept of it a lot too. I liked all of the trains connecting. We had a lot of great action, but I was really happy that we focused a lot on like the story and our characters. Like that's one thing that I'm actually glad in a way that it tied in so much to the show, and it wasn't so much like a one-off thing that they kind of just made their own little thing for the movie, and then, you know, like a character that we would like never know again or anything like that. Like, nah, he was just kind of there to drive the plot along mostly. All right, guys, I loved it. I absolutely loved it. I hope you had as much fun with it as I did. I just had a blast. And can I just say, like, just watching Den-O is just, it's always just like my happy place. I love all the things I watch, but there's something about Den-O that's just like, all right, you know, just kind of sit back and just be wowed for a little while. And I was wowed, and I hope you were also wowed as much as I was. So you guys, thank you so much for joining me. Please be sure to join me next time. We will watch episode 28 and all the other episodes of Den-O together. Bye for now, guys.